I have been repeatedly asking the question, what else do you expect? Would you expect Israel to do in response to the Hamas terror attack, right? Murdered, kidnapped so many civilians. Now using their own civilians as human shields, still firing rockets from civilian areas. By the way, the IDF released this video not too long ago.
מצאנו פה עמדה של שיגור של רקטות, כנראה מחולק לשתיים של 5 ו-5. אפשר לראות כאן, כל הרקטות כבר נורו, מכוונים לכיוון צפון, בתוך שטח הארץ. זה החשמל, והחשמל הזה נכנס עד לתוך המבנה הזה, שהוא בעצם מסגד שממנו מפעילים את הרקטות.
Hamas is still holding, well over 200 hostages. I mean, is Israel just supposed to call it a day and agree to a ceasefire now, with Hamas still thriving and warning that they're going to try to kill Israelis? Israel said it would pause the effort if the hostages are released. Keep in mind, the U.S. would never have done what is being asked of Israel in Afghanistan after 9/11. We can't expect Israel to do it either. But let's take some calls on this. First, we have Charlie calling from Georgia. Charlie, how you doing? What do you got?
I'm doing great this evening, enjoying your show.
Thank you.
And, your question is, what would you expect Israel to do? My thing is, what did Hamas do on October the 7th? I mean, Israel is in a fight for somebody that says they want to obliterate them. Now, I can understand a pause if you're going to release the hostages and all of this, but it's just talking to people. They don't care about the Palestinians. They don't care about the Israelis. They don't care about themselves.
Yeah.
They consider themselves martyrs for the cause. So how can you reason with them? There's no such thing as a ceasefire, in a fight like this. If it's a ceasefire, you're just saying they won.
Yep, it's true. Charlie, thank you. Let's go to Massachusetts and Jeff. Jeff, how you doing? What's going on?
Very well, Dan. Thank you. And I have to agree very much with Charlie. I would take it a step further, I think, because I would have Netanyahu or another elevated government official write a letter to the Palestinian people on the face of a leaflet, similar to what they dropped earlier in the war, and very appropriately. But that new leaflet would indicate what and why Israel has responded, and as it has pronouncing no animus towards the Palestinian people, but only to Hamas. And that's the front of the leaflet. On the back, I would add the actual pictures that the world has yet to see, if and when they are ever going to see them. But I'm an in-your-face kind of guy. It's just to the people, to the mothers and the fathers of the Palestinian people, this is why that's why we're here.
It's a very good idea, Jeff, I have to tell you. My concern is that no matter how much Israel gets, makes any kind of progress with the hearts and minds of Palestinians, and that's going to be almost impossible to do, Hamas will ensure that, they can't leave, they can't do anything, etc. So it's a scary time there. And again, there are definitely Palestinian civilians who are 100% victims here. And I think that as we're talking about this, even if we're going to talk about it through a prism of saying that Israel has to be able to respond, I think it's important to also express an understanding for those who are, furious about what's happening to Palestinian civilians. The question is just, where do you point the blame? Thank you, Jeff. Let's go to Brian in Texas. Brian, how you doing? What's going on?
Doing great, Dan. Thanks for having me on. So I've been wondering, this isn't a giant solution, but just an idea. I'm wondering if Gaza's third border, the Mediterranean, might be creatively used for humanitarian purposes. For example, Israel could reach out to the international community and to the Arab states to bring one or more hospital ships to the Gaza coast. The U.S. Navy hospital ship Comfort is based on our East Coast. It is civilian crewed and part of its mission is to provide emergency hospital care for a humanitarian crisis. We could get a third party, say Norway, to handle beachside security screening for patients and ferry service to the ship. And then finally, a third party like Egypt could take in and provide follow-up care for patients once they're
here's my
stabilized.
concern, right, is that everything once you get on the coast is Hamas controlled, right? And we've seen that Hamas doesn't want to do anything that is going to help civilians get out. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.